Hi everyone, welcome to another Greenleaf Terrain showcase. This time I have a set of MDF terrain that is from Miniature Scenery, a MDF company in Australia. It was all purchased by Mini Wargaming, and it is all going towards their new miniatures game. I'm pretty sure it's old new miniatures game, Dark Potential, but I don't know if they're changing the name. Regardless, this is for that. This is only a small portion of everything that I have. It's almost the majority of the buildings. There are, I think, 4 or 5 buildings that aren't on here. There's a whole slew of tiles that I couldn't fit on here because this is only a 2 by 5 foot section, and I've raised a back section up because there's a whole system to raise the tiles up. I did a bunch of destruction on the buildings, all the overgrowth, because the idea is that it is kind of not post-apocalyptic or something, but it's futuristic buildings that have all been taken over by, or being retaken by nature. So that's the idea. I went for some parts like the moss on things with a kind of a less is more approach, because there was a tremendous amount of time spent on building the buildings, painting them, especially taping out all of the windows. That took several days to tape out all the windows for especially the tower buildings right in the front here. And then everything, even the foliage, just when I jump the camera off and we get a little bit closer, you'll see just foliage. To get it right, you really need to do it in layers. So more layers, different products. I used 5 different types of flocking types of things. No, six I guess, yeah. There are from 2mm to 12mm grass tufts in 5 different styles. Yeah, I think 5 different styles. We have woodland scenics, clump foliage, and cluster foliage, because I build my trees out of the cluster foliage. It's much better. The conifer trees from a company, I can't remember, maybe it's JTT Trees. I picked them up in at a local hobby store in Southern Ontario here. But I will jump the camera off the tripod here, or we'll zoom in a little bit closer and we'll check everything out. So just zoomed in on one of the tiles here that I Matthew requested I do a larger, deeper destruction out of. So this one shows the piping work and some of the sewer section lower. But you can also see the layering that has gone on here. So there's several types of flocks going on there. In this shot here, we have 3 different grass tufts. There are these spiky ones, this lighter green, and there is a darker green one here. Some of it all blends together, but if you get down lower, it really gives you a nice shot. There is some of the clump foliage back here in places, variety of different scatter foliages that I've placed around. Just zoomed in on some of these buildings that I've done. So this is some of these buildings are modular, and these walkways can be detached, so you can change up the build, and these don't have to have the walkway or anything. This is the moss that I was mentioning before. It is a Scenic Express scrub lawn grass blend. These door sections, you can see the far one over here, and if we back up a little bit, these door sections took an age to tape them out and then cut all the individual guys out. Some of the tape removed my paintwork, as you can see, but it actually created a really nice kind of broken glass effect. If I came out and picked out a nice little line across there, it would make it pop a lot more. But some of the parts of painting this set is to make it look really nice, but to also not take away from the fact that it's all going to be photographed with miniatures. So the focal point will be the miniatures, and really highlighted lines like that will take away from, your eye will get drawn right to that spot. So that's how I come about some of the ideas for my painting. All the buildings were requested to be slightly different colors, so a lot of them started with a gray scheme and then my beige scheme, but then with filters, the addition of different weathering pigments, contrasts, a few inks I use, and some of the buildings have AK Interactive's rain streaks, which is a oil wash. So there is a variety of different types of weathering on all the buildings and all the different pieces. So that gives you a closer look at this set overall. If you're interested in picking up some custom terrain, you can email me at greenleafterrain@gmail.com and I'll get back to you with a quote. You can also contact me through my Facebook. I do a lot of messaging through there, and I'm all over my social medias. So other than that, thanks for watching and happy wargaming.